And while we're on the topic of dates, kind of worth mentioning, this kind of philosophy I have had with dates for a number of years is I have this distinction between static dates and fluid dates. So what this means is, might seem relatively obvious, but a restaurant would be a static date. You sit down at a table, normally opposite each other. You can only use your mouth for one thing at a time. You can eat, but you can't talk while you're eating, or you're just going to be spitting on each other. And you have to wait for the waitress and all this static stuff. So that's a static date. And a fluid date is something where there's a lot more movement. Like you're going on stage with Dead Mouse, for example. That's a lot of fucking movement. The ultimate example I can think of, I guess, is ice skating. Because you can fall over and you can fucking laugh about it. You can suck at it and it's okay. And these
Yeah,
things involve movement, and the conversation just becomes secondary, which just takes the pressure off the conversation and the date in general.
I
Do you
love it.
Yeah.
guys have any kind of similar ideas around dates?
Yeah. So usually what I do is so it depends on who the date is with. So if it's like my girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, someone I'm in a relationship with, that's a different story. We could do a bunch of different things, but but with a woman I'm just meeting for like the first time, like I met her off an app, or I met her in the street and we going out or whatever. I kind of just keep it to drinks. You know what I'm saying? Like I keep it simple because usually
Mm.
with women that I first meet, I'm just feeling them out to see if this is somebody I'm gonna keep as a fuck buddy or somebody I'm gonna continue to want to see or whatever. So I'm just feeling her out. So this is like her audition. You know what I'm saying? So I keep it real simple because I'm basically auditioning her to see if this is somebody I'm gonna see again, or if this is someone that I'm just gonna probably smash just one time and call it a day, or if I'm not gonna, so it's like really just the audition. So I'm probably gonna do more of a date where we either getting drinks or coffee, or we're just at one spot and I'm just filling her out for a little while. And then if it's a woman who's my girlfriend or something, then I would do something more extravagant, because now I feel like she's earned that type of time and attention with me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really do anything too extravagant with like new women. That's just how I do it. You know what I'm saying?
Alrighty. What do you guys recommend exchanging? Phone numbers or Instagram usernames?
Mm. I usually do the phone number. So I tell them to take my number, or I might just take theirs in some situations. But I usually do the number because um it depends on what you're trying to do. So I do the number because I want to be out of the online realm when we're interacting. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just how I do. But if I think if you're the type of person who's on Instagram and that's like your thing, then it probably will make more sense to do that, because then what happens is depending on what you're trying to do in the specific situation, right? You might want to give her the Instagram because you're trying to play off the Instagram. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't really necessarily play off the Instagram. I just go straight to the number and just like set something up like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always future project whenever I'm talking to a girl, even if like I'm going to go home with her that night. I'm going to future project like, hey, we're hosting an animal rescue charity in Los Angeles on this date, or there's a bikini competition for 100 grand, or you should come out. We do a huge trip of all of us go to Jamaica, and in doing so, what'll happen is I'll actually use Instagram as like irrefutable visual evidence of the things that I'm talking about. Like, oh, here's all the girls and babes in Toyland, whatever. So we'll usually connect there. And the other thing is, and I was talking to Mystery about this the other day. It's like the concept of a time bridge. So let's just say for whatever reason, she's got to drive her friends home. You're going to have to see her, not the first day you meet her, but maybe on the second day. The time bridge, what I like is a time bridge of her being able to check out my social media, and then my social media be curated to not generate, but to at least maintain attraction from the time I meet her to the time that we end up meeting up. So for me, I'm definitely going to do, I'm going to do Instagram first, and then afterward text messaging.
Alrighty.